So when I applied for this field school, one of the main reasons was I really wanted to get a better understanding or a better idea of how an industrial design product or any designed object goes from idea to realization. In our classes, we had all worked on ideating projects and pursuing to see how feasible they were, but then we didn't really have any idea of how do we then realize these ideas. So I thought this would be a really great way to go and sort of see the steps from A to B to C all the way through and see what sort of people were involved in that process. So this trip ended up giving me an absolutely great opportunity to see that and see that there is no just one right way to work. It's really what works for the individual. Some people have a very small workshop with pretty much just themselves practicing their ideas, and then others will have an entire studio full of other people trying to bring their ideas to fruition. So that was one of the main things that I really got out of this field school was sort of a better understanding of how you can get an idea realized. One of my favorite interviews was with EDHV, talking to Remco Vanderkratz. One of the main reasons that I liked his so much was that we had heard from a lot of other designers about the importance of specialization and really finding out what you were good at and nailing that down. However, Remco discussed the concept or the idea that sometimes it's better to not be specialized because it gives you this really diverse skill set where you can do so much more, and sort of the value of exploring ideas. And this really was demonstrated by one of the examples that EDHV showed us, where they wanted to represent the people in a business, but they didn't want to use their pictures because the staff changed so much. So instead they tracked the motion of the employees through their workspaces and turned that into a 2D image to represent the staff. So I thought that was kind of an interesting idea, and then they ended up pushing it even further with their debug chair, where they ended up tracking the movement of insects on a chair and creating a chair using the lines that the insects made over it. So it's the exploration of turning movement into 3D form. So this is one of their examples where process is almost more important than the final form, and it's just the exploration of an idea. They clearly weren't trying to make money with this, but there's value in exploring it. And another value that was instilled or sort of bolstered during our interviews was the importance of collaboration. We heard time and time again from all of these different designers who really seem to know each other and work well together or have a good relationship with one another. Just the importance of collaborating together and how much that can help an idea. And I believe it was Demakkersvan who said that if you're talking with someone about your ideas and they come up with a solution or something that adds to it, who cares where it comes from? It makes your idea better and it makes it a more strong idea. So that's something that I believe in, and I had demonstrated earlier in school, and that really, I guess, drove it home. An impact that this field school has had on me afterwards is continually we just saw the entrepreneurial spirit of the Dutch designers. They have this intense drive of just do it. There's no reason to wait for someone else to hand you your opportunity. There's no reason to wait for someone else to make your goals possible. Just do it. If you want to make things, just make things. Don't wait for someone to ask you to make them or someone to commission you. Just start making them. And if people like it, then they'll like it, and you'll start getting those commissions. And if they don't, then they just don't like what you're doing, and there's more out there. So yeah, this sort of ambition to just go out and do it is great. And I think that's something that I took home with me, and it's something that will help me stay motivated and keep producing.